Hello there mates, Mooshi Gamer here, and thank you for checking into this next episode of Belladonna. So let's jump right into it, shall we? So we got the magnet and the stick. Do I need to combine? No, okay, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to do that. I need to combine the magnet and the stick together. Or, how do I go to my inventory? I just come here and, nope, that goes to the notes. Oh, there's one thing I didn't miss about this game. It's the fact that for some reason my mouse randomly jumps around everywhere. Okay, alright. And okay.
Look, I can attach the magnet to the end of this stick.
Yes, please do. Thank you. Oh, why, mouse? Do you jump randomly from place to place? Half of beating this game is just getting the mouse to do what you want it to do.
Another locked door. Let's take a peek through.
Yes, please. Okay. So, Oh, almost had it that time. Okay. Oh. I'm being very
Let's hope this works.
finessey with the Oh, come on. Do I have to click it again? Okay. We'll get there eventually, you know, as soon as my mouse can.
Aha! Just as planned.
Yeah. Totally how I planned it. I didn't want to come here. Thank you. Okay, so that opened the door. Please go back to the exit and open it.
Another locked door.
What the heck? Really? Do I need to click the key again? Oh god. Maybe if I just ease. Nope, that doesn't matter. Alright, let's just do it quickly.
I got the basement key.
Awesome. Can you
Let's
open?
unlock this door.
Yes, please. Oh, really? Okay. Alright. Okay. And there, I got the key.
More letters. Has he figured it out yet?
Figure. I see now that my suspicions have been well grounded, albeit aimed in the wrong direction. Belladonna is not seeing another man. She is seeing a woman. I am convinced that it must be that maid, Claire, or whatever her name might be. She and Belladonna are up to something, I'm sure of it. And to think of all the hours I'm stuck down here, caught up in my dreadful work, leaving them free to roam and left to their own devices upstairs, of course they have found each other. And living things in this whole castle beside me, only living things in this whole castle besides me and my week-long rabbits. They have it all figured out. When I come up at night, they act all innocent, keeping their mutual secret from me as a playful game. But as soon as I descend into the laboratory, they're in each other's arms again. But what can I do? The progression of events are beyond my control, just like my work. I slave away in my ghoulish endeavor, making progress every hour but never getting anywhere, and simultaneously Belladonna is slipping away from me, further and further for every night, and yet nothing ever changes. Should I confront them? Storm up there, hoping to catch a two in the act? Take back the life that was mine? The wife that was mine? No. I have no reason for my silly suspicions. No evidence whatsoever, merely a thought stuck in my brain refusing to leave. I remain passive, as always, and each new day is one where I am unable to make an action, unable to change my wretched situation. See, if he would just communicate with Belladonna, I'm sure that this would not be nope, please stop. As bad as he's making it out to be.
A couple of cogwheels on the floor. They must have fallen off the mechanism when the door slammed shut. I wonder if I can put them back.
Oh sure, this is really easy. So this one goes on the square here. Don't worry, we'll get there eventually. It can't keep the square from me forever. Alright. And then the triangle one goes on that triangle. Well, that's more of a rectangle than a square now that I'm looking at it. The one that's the underneath it, that's more so the square. Or no, it's kind of a diamond. Not yet. Okay, well, let's do the square then. I don't know. Oh, Belladonna, I'm gonna need for you to address these things more quickly. so that I can get through this as slowly as possible. Okay. Now we can do the triangle. I guess if I had written an order from sides that I would have eventually... Well, no, I would have gotten to it quicker. Maybe that was what you're supposed to do in the first place. All I gotta do is turn the valve. Turn the valve. There, whoop, 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 whoop. Turn the valve. Now I gotta do... Wait, I should check. There's absolutely nothing else. Okay. Yep. There we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait. I thought there was something here. I saw. Like a. Wait, what is that? Oh, it tells you what order to put it in.
There are some minuscule inscriptions on the wall here.
I did not notice that. How would you have noticed? How would you have known not to put it in that order if I didn't know not to put it in that order? Belladonna, is there something you're not telling me? Alright, journal page.
The doctor is losing it. He's just scribbling down nonsense by now. What will he do if he ever acts on his wild suspicions?
So let me be the determinant of that. Ahem. It is clear to me what I must do. I am not convinced beyond any reasonable doubt that my wife is unfaithful. They still hide it very well, her and that housemate, but my logical mind tells me that there is no other explanation. For countless hours I have pondered this situation, and the more I think about it, the more certain I become that my judgment is correct. These countless hours are hours that I could have spent thinking about my work. It is clear to me that I would never be able to fully concentrate on the puzzles at hand as long as my thoughts keep creeping back to my wife and her new lover. This is the very reason that my research is progressing at such an agonizingly slow pace. So it is clear to me what I must do. Belladonna herself is the person who I want back into my life, so I cannot punish her. At least her lover, the young maid. She is unimportant, and it is she that must go. I could fire her and throw her out of the household, but I fear that this would not resolve anything. The two of them would still know of each other, and they would write secret forbidden love letters and meet up at secluded rendezvous. No, it is clear to me what I must do. I must get rid of the maid for good. A plan is already taking form in my head. In the greenhouse out back, I keep a lot of plants and herbs. One of the specimens I have is called Deadly Nightshade, an interesting plant with many medical uses, but its renown comes from the fact that its extract is lethal already at small doses. Preparing a powder from this poisonous plant is not at all problematic. Getting the victims to ingest a dose will be a challenge, but I expect to have ample opportunity. They are not aware I know the truth, and thus suspect nothing. The maid will fall ill, and within a short time she will die of seemingly natural causes. No one will be the wiser concerning the true circumstances of her demise. Deadly Nightshade is merely the common name for this plant. Its scientific name is Atropa belladonna. The symmetry strikes me as beautiful. The poor girl strayed too close to the belladonna, and that would be the death of her. Okay, I agree with you. He has lost his mind just a little bit. Do I need this candlestick here?
A big and heavy candlestick. It looks like there used to be two of them.
Alright, oh, there's another journal page.
This story is so sad. I don't even know if I want to read this one.
Oh, let me read it then. My wife took the wayward maid's death harder than I expected, further confirming my suspicions that they are indeed having a secretive love affair. She was passionate and irrational, raging all day and crying all night. Where a few months ago the cold shroud of silence lay over our house, now there is the wailing streets of Bedlam. One would think that she would be used to dealing with the grief of lost loved ones by now. However, in all sincerity, I don't believe she was ever as affected by the death of our only son as I was. I also suspect that she might have guessed I had something to do with her lover's demise. If she wouldn't talk to me before, now she yells and barks at my every movement. I hardly leave my laboratory these days. I even have a small bed down here where I sleep the few hours where I'm not working. All the while, she prowls around upstairs like a hungry tiger and attacks me with futile nitpicks as soon as I poke my head out. What happened to the love we shared when we were married? We were going to live together in her inherited castle. We were going to have children together. Now all I get is abuse in a cold bed in the basement. All I want for things to go back to the way they were before all this. Maybe you shouldn't have killed her maid? You didn't even know if they were having a love affair. You just like...
It's a mortar. And a pestle, too. They seem to belong here, but I'll remember where they are in case I need them another time.
I'm not gonna remember this, just so you know.
It's warm. I haven't realized until now just how cold my body is. The label says Dr. Wolfram von Trauerschloss. So this is the man who brings the dead back to life. He looks as though he would have been handsome once.
Once, she says. Once
A
upon a
beautiful
time.
china bowl. It looks hand-painted.
Did I take the bowl? Okay. Do I take the pestle now, or are you still just gonna remember where it is?
It's a mortar. And a pestle, too. They seem to belong here, but I'll remember where they are in case I need them another time.
Alright. Oh, there's something over here, wasn't it? Oh boy. There's an urn.
The name on the plaque is Lucas von Trauerschloss. This must be the ashes of Wolfram's son.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Alright, let's exit.
A dead body.
My god. Alright, let's look at this dead body, guys.
It's the body of Dr. von Trauerschloss. He's dead. And what's more, he's been murdered. But who could have done this?
Now
There must be some clues around.
we have a real mystery on our hands.
There's a letter clutched in his hand. His final words? Or a clue left by the killer.
Over the course of a sleepless night, I have thought through my next course of action from every possible angle, for it is indeed time for me to take action again. Even with the troublesome maid out of the way, I see little chance of getting my old Belladonna back. If anything, she is worse now than ever before, but I have an idea, one that kept me awake all night. I have come very far in my research by now. I can now fairly predictably create living creatures that are stable enough to not spontaneously die again. This is consistent through many different species of animal, but I've noticed something peculiar, though. The return creatures seem strangely vacant and sluggish. It is as if, although the body is brought back to life, the soul is forever lost. The creation is perfectly functional in response to stimuli just as it was truly alive, but a mysterious spark of will seems to be missing. I know no other way to describe the phenomenon. This bothered me before, but I cannot help to think that this might suit my needs. It is precisely the strong will of my wife that is causing all my problems. There is no need to be poetic with flowers this time. I am in no short supply of lethal substances in the laboratory, and poison suits my needs as well as it leaves no physical trauma on the body. I will still need to make incisions in the corpse to replace internal organs with clockwork parts, but stitching together surgical cuts is much simpler than trying to repair unhealed bodily damage. The integrity of her vigils is a priority. To extinguish Belladonna's current life and give her a new one, to bring her body and mind back, mind and soul and free will, a beautiful, obedient automation, a mechanical doll with all the functionality of a woman, but who is responsible and does what she's told. That, my dear future reader, truly be something. I think it is high time I tried my revivification process on a human subject. Yep. He's insane. I'm surprised she didn't say nothing about that one. Let's go look at these
Those are a lot of
gargoyles.
gargoyles. Leupold, Brunhilde, Arthur, Maya, Lena, Ismildor, Ether, and Yosef. In that order.
As you remember them. Look at this journal page.
This letter is signed Belladonna. I've been waiting to hear the other side of this story.
If you had asked me just a few years ago about my future, I could have never fathomed my life would be as it is. So strange a path that has the twists of fate set me upon that I wake every morning bewildered. Like a small child, I expect anything and everything to happen during each new day. The night my planned future snapped out of joint and took a whole new direction was the night when my son, Lucas, died. I married Dr. Wolfram von Trauerschloss in the spring, and we loved each other deeply back then. How young we were. He was an educated gentleman from the University of Ingolstadt. I had first assumed we would get a flat in Vienna. Instead, he convinced me we should live in my family's old castle and accept our roles as old-fashioned nobility to the little village down the hill. We moved into the castle with a staff of 30 servants, beginning the task of breathing life and joy into the majestic halls. At this time, I was expecting to live out my life as a lady of the household, minding the servants and, indeed, raising children. Before long, our first son was born, and shortly after that, he once again departed. I was devastated, of course, but Lucas had been sickly from his first day, and even though my husband had blocked out the possibility from his mind, I was not entirely surprised when it happened. Nonetheless, it changed us. I believe Wolfram blames me for what happened, that he thinks it was somehow my fault. He retreated into his laboratory in the old dungeon and started doing unholy experiments and God knows what. Those were dark times. Instead of a household and a child to take care of, I now had no guests, practically no husband, and no child. Everything I thought would occupy my time was gone. All I could do was grieve in solitude. The castle staff left one by one, until there were only a handful still here. My existence was meaningless, and I spent my days doing nothing. But I dealt with my grief in my own way, and in time the clouds of melancholy began loosening their grip on me. In so many ways, I have Clara to thank for that. Cool. So was Clara and Belladonna having an affair? It's looking entirely possible. Oh my gosh, I just want to get to the clock. I just want to get to the grandfather clock.
It's an old clock. Tick tock, tick tock.
Fascinating. Alright, I don't see anything here. I'm trying to look with my eyes since I'm not going to be able to look with my mouse. Just go around, obviously. To the backyard. No, can't go that way. Alright. I guess not. That makes sense. The door is locked. I mean, I don't know if it's locked. I did click it and nothing happened, so I'm going to assume that it's locked. And do I need to do anything with those candlesticks? No, I do not. Okay, to the study. Oh, well, we're over time. I'm actually kind of happy because this was a little, it was fun. It was fun. With a touch of aggravatingness. But if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, like, and share this video. Get the word out about Mooshi Gamer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and Mooshi Gamer signing out.